Good evening, staff writers and other executive staff and partners of jokebook.tv. This is our first business meeting. I'm just throwing it together as I can. This is actually coming together faster than I thought. I'm waiting to hear from someone back, and they still haven't called. It's going to be their loss because people are talking. Now, the comedy community is small, so word already went out because I contacted the right people, and I know them personally, and they know me, and they know I'm a nut job. Now, this is going to happen. Just know it's going forward. It's going to roll out the beginning of March. So just get ready to get the funny on, okay? Because we're going to draw a lot of attention to a bunch of goofy comedians that the world forgot. Now, we are looking for more people in the future. How it's going to work, it's going to be worked off a LOL system. Instead of a like button, there's going to be an LOL button. There's also going to be an SOS button, which means sounds of silence. Instead of a comment, there's going to be riff. You can be a comedian or a fan when you sign up. It's going to be free to get in and play. And what's going to happen is by how many LOLs you get is a percentage of what you get out of the revenue. So if you're in the top 100 every year consistently, you will get a check from us. It might be a small novelty check, but it will be a check. So I'm setting this up. I'm also setting up a retirement account. 20% of what's going in to the company after expenses, 20% of that's going into a retirement account, which starts paying off in 20 years. I think the site will be around that long. I think it will. I think it'll see several innovations. Plus, also, this is really going to change the way people look at social media. It's just a little twist. It's basically taking a social media site and a popular one, because Facebook's got it down. All right, they got it down. The only thing is they're everything to everybody, and you can't really break them off into factions the way you want to. To do groups and stuff, it doesn't really work. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do that. I found one script. I have an old joke. When people used to say to me, why didn't I become a programmer? Why did I become a webmaster? And the reason why is I said, because if programmers do their job correctly, eventually they'll be out of work. It's true. So I found a script, and it's affordable, and I'm going to create a themed world, so if you will. I was crazy for a while. I actually went nuts and went out of my mind and had schizophrenia for about 12 years. It was a nightmare. It really was. I lost everything. And that's another story. But during that time, I made friends with many of the voices in my head. And they're nut jobs. And one is named Spark Hammerstein. And Spark Hammerstein is a little devil. He sits right here, and he screams in my ear. And he torments me. He sounds like Joe Pesci. It's very funny. So anyways, so I'm creating a talent agency, Spark Hammerstein Talent. But what I'm getting at, all right, I'm getting off track. As if you know me, I do. I digress often. So I'm going to have writer opportunities open for every genre that I'm defining. There's going to be a chef social media channel. And by the way, I'm changing the name social media. It's not social media. It's mingle media now. Because we've learned, Facebook showed us what social media is. It really is. It comes down. It's everything. We're being as social as you can. But we're like somebody wrote it on the bottom. It's like a bunch of eighth grade boys at a dance. They're all standing up against the wall, and they're all just talking about themselves. Now it's time to get everybody to get out there and mingle, and that's where my concept comes in. Of mingle media. I just made it up. By the way, that's how it works in this industry, is you make it up and you start using the word and you get other people to use the word and give you credit, then you came up with the word. Joey Scazola, creator of the word mingle media, and his new, there's going to be maryjane.quilliard.com. Guess what that's going to be about? That's going to be a mingle media about, which is why I'm basing my company out of Colorado. And the motto of my joke is, if I think it's funny, that's all that's important. Now, I'm taking in a bunch of people, okay, and they're going to be writers, and I'm offering 5% for Top Guns, for people up in partnership status, and these are going to be people that are involved with it on a serious level. There's going to be a sci-fi or cosplay mingle media. I'm going to have one for dating mingle media. Craigslist meets Facebook. Good night, man. Subscription fee. Money in the bank. I'm not Catholic. I can do whatever the fuck I want. This is the internet. Woohoo! Wild West. All you need is an idea, folks. All you need is an idea. A couple $100 startup money. Now, what I want you to do, if you're interested in being involved in this, because there's going to be a science, dating science, cosplay, cooking, you get the idea. Whatever I can come up with. And I'm going to create separate sites to go into. You're going to go up there, there's going to be a page, and it's going to have little pictures of what you want. You want to go into the sci-fi Quilliard Academy, the Light Warrior Academy, the academy to become a path to becoming a light warrior. Now, what a light warrior is a light warrior is a Jedi Knight, if you could be one. So you get the Jedi Knight confidence and power of self, and it teaches you to be confident. The number one rule of light warrior, of being a light warrior, is to be calm, cool, and collected. Because who is usually the calmest, coolest, and collectedest at the end of an argument is the winner. And that's just the way it goes. And that's why that's why I'm a horrible comedian. I laugh at all my stuff. I'm a horrible light warrior. But I am Maximus. I am that character on that forum. I'm the headmaster. So I have fun, man. I had voices in my head for 12 years. We wrote all kinds of silly stuff. Dude, I'm going to take this by storm. And I know a lot of big guns in the industry, in comedy industry. I know Judd Apatow personally, who owes me a favor. Now, I'm going to tell a story, and this is why I want Judd to get involved, because this is true. Judd Apatow calls me up. I'm working at the Tempe Improv, and he's working at the San Diego Improv. And he calls me up, and he goes, hey, do you want to switch weeks in San Diego? I can't do it. I'm working with Tom and Roseanne. It's my first gig with Tom and Roseanne. Right? And I'm like, yeah, sure, anything. Whatever you want to do. So I shuffle weeks with him, and it turns out to be with David Spade. And I'm like, woohoo, I went to high school with David Spade. This is going to be a fun week, right? Well, that's where the story goes sour. Because basically what happened, I'm trying not to laugh. See, I can't do it. That's why Mingle Media is going to be so good for me. So now, I'm a great writer. I'm a fantastic writer. I'm a horrible stage comedian. I'm a great writer. I laugh at everything except other people's stuff. That's where I have a problem. So, anyways, I'm in Tempe Improv, or I'm going to go to San Diego. I'm all excited. I'm working with Spade. Spade's career's taking off, right? So you know people are going to come to the show. My career's smoking. I'm on fire. And Spade tells Dave Becky that he doesn't want to work with me because he can't follow me. And if you ever saw my act, he's got a valid point, okay? But for the love of fucking God, you could have took a bullet for the fucking week, man. I was featuring for the first time. Anyways, it was a two-man show. You killed me. And from that, I got fired from every single improv. They dropped me. I lost 26 weeks of work, and so did my career go with it. Flush. So to you, Judd Apatow, who I did a favor for once a very long time ago that worked out very well for you, if I remember right. If you could return the favor and consider getting involved in changing the way the world looks at social media. I call it Mingle Media. Joke Book's going to be really funny. It's going to be like if National Lampoon ran a social media site. If you don't get the joke by now, you're never going to get it, so just stay away, okay? As Randy Kagan says, it says comedy, not take everything really fucking serious. I'm out.